Hello, welcome to Springfield News. Hi Axel, and with me in this boat.
Hello, very good morning and welcome to this new transmission.
We'll show the process of textile industry.
Explaining the following items, which are extraction, production, distribution, consumption, and discarding.
Of course, if we go to the cotton field now, in the first item, which the extraction. Let's go with you, Emiliano.
We are here in the cotton field. Cotton is of a vital importance because it covers 80% of these sweatshirts. It is extracted from the cotton fields, La Comarca Lagunera, which is located in Coahuila. It is a field where the largest amount of cotton is grown in all of Mexico. Since cotton is extracted it is extracted from the cotton fields, La Comarca Lagunera, which is located in Coahuila. It is a field where the largest amount of cotton is grown in all of Mexico. Since cotton is extracted and transported to the sweatshirts factory. Cotton is woven in a special way and head-grafted so that the sweatshirts has a resistant cotton. Now let's go to the remaining 20%, which is polyester, a synthetic fiber that arises from the polymerization of hydrocarbon called styrene and other chemical elements. So this material to create sweatshirts cannot be extracted naturally. It is synthesized in factories and laboratories. That means that the polyester is extracted from the California Textile, Mexico. California Textile is a company established in Monterrey, Nuevo León. Since it is extracted from the polyester factory and transported to the sweatshirts factory, the materials are joined.
Okay, and you put some other materials on it?
Yes, in fact, especially silicone is added to avoid that your sweatshirts become ugly with the use. The name of the silicone was not regulated by the sweatshirt factory, since that is your special touch that differentiates the brand of sweatshirts from the other brands. We are back in the studio with you, Luis and Axel.
Of course, we are back and thank you for that information, Emiliano.
Already know that it is made of and where they extract it from. No need know how they do it.
We will move on to the production area with Leonardo.
Production process of the hoodies. Number 1. The spinning process is a process by which by means of synthetic or natural fibers the yarn is made for the manufacture of the fabric. Number 2. Fabric elaboration is the process through industrial magnitude is possible to heave the fibers, forming the fabric canvas in different dimensions and thickness. Number 3. Dyeing fabric. This process is achieved by means of fabric baths with naturals and industrial pigments. Number 4. The storage and distributions. At these points, manufacturers store their items in batches to deliver to the customers in a satisfactory manner. Number 5. Pattern plotting. In this process, the designer means of molds divides the hoodies or garments into the selection that will be drawn for cutting. Number 6. Laying and cutting fabric. At this point, the fabric reaches the laying tables on depending the order. Are the fabric that are supplied after the laying in made the cut, resulting all the sections that the garment requires. Number 7. Sweating area. In this department, through production lines, the garment assembly is achieved. Number 8. Embroidered area. At this point, it's possible custom the hoodie depending on the which brand is sold. Number 9. Storage and distribution. The finished production is storage by means of packets of dozen by size of by color. Number 10. Point of sale. This is the name of the last step where the garment reaches the hands of the customer for personal. We are back in the studio with Axel and Luis.
Thank you, Leo. Now we know that it's composed of dirt, where it is extracted from and how it's made. Now we'll see our next point after this commercial break.
Okay, now we will move on to the area of consumption with Karime and Diego Sosa.
One of the favorite features of storage in the hood, but this was not attached until many years after its creation. This was because cold storage employees, forest rangers, and sportsmen demanded a product that would provide more warmth in the upper body. The famed Bloom brothers, who had created in King Booker Canning Company 1919 to manufacture sportswear, set out to find a solution. They decided to sew a hood onto a sweater in the 1930s. The company responsible for this innovation today is Champion, one of the giants of sportswear.
The United States, China, Japan, Germany, and Italy, these are the 5 countries in the world with the largest ready-made garment market. This scenario will have changed in 5 years, and also the United States, China, and Germany will continue in the top 5 positions. 2 emerging markets such as Brazil and Russia will sneak into the ranking, according to a report prepared by the EAE Business School based on data from Data Monitor.
With a market of 260,940 million euros in 2012, the United States is the world's largest consumer of fashion ahead of China, with 100,462 million euros in 2012. In Japan, this business amounts to 77,457 million euros, a figure that will fall by 30.5% by 2017.
Despite this, business concentration has increased, and today 20 companies share 50% of the market, including CNA, Esprit, Metro Group, Adidas, Puma, Escada, and Tom Taylor. CNA, Esprit, Metro Group, Adidas, Puma, Escada, and Tom Taylor are among the best-known German brands. According to the Interbrand, the positioning of brands in the German market is defined by a commitment to new materials and new technologies in clothing, as well as excellent marketing. German shoppers are the most responsive during sales periods, and the least aware of all country or foreign and brands. Early quality and design with a focus on the market. The cliché that Italians are the most fashionable is reflected in the statistics. The country's per capita consumption is well above the European average. German consumers are extremely price sensitive, so they are not brand loyal, and sales of branded garments are growing at a faster rate than in other European markets. We are back in the studio with you, Luis and Axel.
After this commercial break, we return to the next items, which after distribution and discard, which will be presented by Emiliano Acevedo and Elisa Alquicira respectively.
We are in the distribution area of the jackets. They explain to use that any fabric of textile item that may be damaged due to breakage, dirt, dust, or leakage during the logistic management process must be packed according to the following guidelines. Textile products should be packaged in such a way that the item cannot be damaged or cause an unsafe situation due to exposure of the material during the logistic handling process. Items should be wrapped in clear plastic film or inside a sealed polyethylene bag. Items should be bagged or wrapped in clear plastic film with a cardboard mold as backing. The cardboard or fiberboard must have the strength of at least 24 in the each compression test.
And now we will talk about the disposal of the hoodies. Let's start with there are three types of waste. A post-industrial waste is that material removed from the highline of tissue. A pre-consumer waste, pre-consumer is defined as garment that does not reach the market. A post-customer waste, post-customer is a general after beginning starts its useful life. And now we will talk about what is done with said waste of hoodies. A post-consumer product is one that is made with the waste that comes from recycle of discard by a consumer. A pre-consumer product has been made with the waste general during the manufacturing process. It is the waste of the recovery of material science to their reduction of garbage. And we are back in the studio with Luis and Axel.
Thank you very much for this informative lads. We have been able to know the process of production of hoodie. Long it can be compared of production of other textile products. For the half marathon and the reach defined before, we can conclude that the hoodies are a garment that has become exponentially popular. In recent years, it's a basic, functional, and comfortable garment. What do you think, Axel?
Well, I think the same thing. That hanging some of this kind of clothes in our closet is a great highlight of our dressing attitude in modern life. Nowadays, hoodies with new designs allow us to stay fashionable with a lot of fantastic prints, which are quite attractive. And we thank all the people who collaborated for this report, and we also thank all the people who took the time to watch this report. Thank you.